The demons, they're after me. They watch me. They're in my head. The demons, they're in my head. Don't do it, I show me. Fuck you up. Stop. That's me.
Well, as you can tell, I don't really want to edit this down because I want to go on this rant. I've been going on it for a few days now, and I think Alex's story in World Tour and Arcade is one of the worst in the game, and probably one of the most disrespectful in the game. I don't feel like this helps Alex as a character. I feel like this story is so incestual and weird. Like, oh, he marries his stepsister. That doesn't feel like something that a lot of people felt comfortable with, and I've been seeing all over Twitter that people are like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, and I agree, I don't like this either. This has to be one of the worst changes ever made to a character. This feels like Capcom saw all the praise Alex was getting and was like, oh, we need to go ahead and make sure people don't like Alex now. Because so many people are now turned away from Alex that it's unreal. Like, actual fans of Alex who've been fans since Third Strike are now so upset, and I feel bad for these people because they finally get a cool looking character. They finally get a character by Kenny Omega. Everyone loves this character. The theme, all this stuff is looking forward for Alex, and the story just, it doesn't feel right. If you haven't told from the photo montage I made in the video where the meme was, this relationship feels very sudden from what the series has been doing so far. Like, I know in the comics they've been going for this, but I don't really care, and everyone's been telling me this is Japanese culture, and politely, I don't care, this is weird. Street Fighter's media consumed by people all over the world, that they need to consider that Japan's not the only one they're appealing to, and Alex has been screwed over multiple times in multiple entries of this series. He was in Third Strike, but he was so bad. He was never a good character in Third Strike. He was actually, a lot of people call him unfunctional from what I've seen from Third Strike players. In 5, he always looked weird and was never good until the final patch of the game, and even then, when he was good, I don't know, he was good for degenerate reasons. He wasn't good because he was well designed. He was good because something degenerate happened. And 6, I think he's a good character so far, and he's not good in a degenerate way. Like, I've been playing this character, like, non-stop. Every time I open up this game, I just want to play more Alex. I want to play more Alex. This isn't a common feeling I get for characters. The last one was probably Head, maybe Terry, because I'm formerly a Smash player. I played Terry in Smash, and I played some City of the Wolves. Like, oh, I'm looking forward to Terry, and I had looked into SNK history and stuff, and I was like, oh, cool, Terry looks fun to look at. Terry, I stopped playing after a month or something. Like, Alex, I want to keep playing, and Scott, I look back on it, I was like, damn, this character's fun, I want to play more Scott, actually, this would become my main. Alex, I want to look at this character the same way, but his story is so bad that it feels wrong, more or less. I don't know how to put it besides this story is disturbing, and I don't want this to be a set precedent for this series. I want this rewritten. I don't want this to be canon. I want something. And for those who don't know, I'm looking forward to Ingrid, and I hate the idea that she's going to exist to make this not canon anymore. And instead of talking about how she's a goddess, she's a code holder, all this stuff that's so interesting to her, that now we need to talk about Alex and his story because it's so controversial. Him and Patricia, as I showed in the intro again, he views Patricia as a little sister. That's how he views Patricia. So why are they married in this game? It, like, doesn't make sense. It's weird. It's just weird, and I don't get what Capcom wants out of this. Like, I don't know if they're expecting us to be happy. I originally didn't know who Patricia was, I'll be honest with you. Because I've seen her before, but I always assumed that she always had some relationship to Alex, but it was, like, nothing really, like, to worry about. Then Tom talks about it like it's a perfectly fine thing, and Alex says Tom's like my dad. No, Tom is my adoptive father, but no, he is my dad. Like, this doesn't feel weird? This doesn't feel wrong? Like, how does Capcom write this stuff? And it screws over Alex as a character, not just because the heel turn would have been so interesting to talk about, or Third Strike, the Illuminati would have been so interesting to talk about, or have Alex talk to the new protagonist of this series, which he doesn't do. He doesn't talk to Luke, he doesn't talk to Rashid. I would love to see an interaction with Alex and Luke, and Alex and Rashid, as Alex has been a reoccurring protagonist, and now Rashid is proving to become a recurring protagonist since Alex. Those are the only two that, besides Ryu, that have become returning. But we don't get that. We get this story about how he's buried his sister cousin, and we need to know everything about it. We need to know they're having a child, and it's like, this isn't Alex. This feels wrong. This is beyond character assassination. This is beyond anything I've ever seen. And I have been telling people, I like Sagat's story a lot. I love Sagat's story in this game. It doesn't fully progress him further because it's always been his story since at least 4 or something. Like, for a while now, he's denied wanting to be one of the 4 kings, denying the strong Satsui no Hado, denying fight scenes. It's like, I can't believe that Sagat and Alex are written by the same team, because Alex doesn't discuss the Illuminati, a very important... By the way, for those who don't know, the Illuminati is very important to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and they don't get much story relevance. They don't get much, despite how relevant they were to Third Strike, despite the GQ project, despite all of this, they don't get more. Alex would have been the perfect time to introduce them. Elena doesn't have much to do with them. It's fine if she doesn't have anything to do with them. It's fine. She never has. She's never really been about that. Alex has been. Alex has been associated with the Illuminati, associated with Gil and Urian. It's happened before. It's literally referenced in his world tour that he talks about Gil. They have art of Gil and Urian in his world tour. They don't do more with it. Like, what? Really? This is one of the evil organizations. This is like in Ed's story with Neo Shadowloo. He mentions Neo Shadowloo once, and he just starts talking about Falk or whatever. Just whatever. Starts talking about Balrog the whole time. Instead of talking about Neo Shadowloo and those associated, he just talks about Neo Shadowloo, like one member we know very little about. That's a side character, not Falk. I'll even say it goes far as not Falk. She was playable and had her own story. Just a monkey. Just a rare monkey, and we don't learn much about the monkey besides he really likes the monkey. Like, I wouldn't care then for the story of Neo Shadowloo. I wouldn't care for the story of Shadowloo. Like, what are we doing? Like, we want to write incest, Do it in your own time. I'm frustrated because I want to see more done with Alex. Alex finally gets his time to shine. Finally gets his story. Finally gets a chance. Finally gets his first chance. He's located by Kenny Omega. He has 2 themes that everyone was loving and still loves. But nobody likes the story. And for those who are like, oh, story doesn't matter for fighting games, it doesn't have to matter for you. It matters to me because I like to care for the characters I play on a deeper level than their gameplay. I like Sagat's story. I play Sagat because I like his story, I like his personality, I like his gameplay. I don't play Cam because I don't care about her story. I don't care about her gameplay. There's a few other characters like Luke. I like playing Luke, but I don't care about his story enough that I want to see it progress further. Like, I would love to see... No, I lied. No, I would like to see Luke's story progress further. It's like Honda or Blanca. I like playing them, but like, the story doesn't go anywhere, and it doesn't matter if it progresses to me. Because these characters... Alex is getting the Honda treatment, if not worse than Honda. At least Honda gets more of a... Like, oh, well, he's a sumo wrestler, he runs a restaurant, he teaches sumo, he has a ton of people under him, like, he progressed. Alex just degresses. He turns heel, and now he's starting to marry his cousin and his stepsister. It's so frustrating. Like, this whole thing could have just not happened. You know what? I said I would talk about how I would change this story. I might as well. I would make Alex focus on the Illuminati. The Illuminati is such an intimidating force. We know about the G Project. We haven't seen much mention of what the G Project is. All we know it has to do with Q, which we've known for a while now, that probably has association with G from Street Fighter 5. Tell us more about that. Alex should tell us more about that. What about the G Project? What about the Q Project? Is it still going? Is it ongoing? Is there nothing more to know? Is there something hidden? Are things being lied to him about? It's like, yes, I know he's a wrestler, but I would love for them to tell us that Alex knows this stuff, because I just think it would be cool if someone told us more about the lore of, like, the lore and story of Third Strike, because it doesn't see it enough. Patricia didn't have to stay. She could have been a character. You know what? Let's recontextualize all of Patricia's scenes. All of this, we're gonna recontextualize. Alex is an uncle. Alex wants to be a good uncle. He just doesn't know how to. He's not becoming a father now. He's becoming an uncle. He's helping Patricia with carrying stuff home. Or he bought stuff to carry home for his new niece or nephew, probably niece, clearly, because that's what they mentioned in the story. Stuff like that would have been so much sweeter. It would have put Alex in a better light than he is currently in, because people would have been like, hey, he's a sweet guy underneath. He just plays the heel character in the ring. But, like, now it's weird. Like, now it's like, oh, well, yeah, he plays a heel, but, like, he marries his sister. Somebody calls his sister, and it's someone he's lived with his whole life. And it's like, yeah, they're not blood related, but it's still weird. I don't care that this is a trope. It's been bugging me for a while that this is the story they've chosen for Alex. I want it rewritten. If you don't want to rewrite everything, just change it to be an uncle narrative, that he's an uncle and he's going to visit his cousin and she's pregnant, and just change it. It's like, oh, well, she'll be as strong as her uncle one day. Like, we can recontextualize everything. Like, yes, I know it's a lot of work and a lot of money. You have to bring the VAs back in. You have to bring in new artists. You have to recontextualize a lot of scenes, recreate scenes, do stuff like this, and I think that's fine. I think that this is one of those times where retcon is very important. And I don't want that retcon to be done in Ingrid's story, because that's what a lot of people are saying. Ingrid might retcon it, and I don't want that to happen, Ingrid. Like, yes, I want to retcon as badly as everyone else. But Ingrid has her own story to tell. I want to see her tell hers. I'm looking forward to what Ingrid could possibly tell us. What could she tell us? I don't want her to come around and just revert Alex's story. Like, that's not an interesting narrative. I don't know. It's been on my mind a lot, that I just kind of want to rant about this, that I'm very frustrated with Alex's story. This isn't a story. This is a fetish. I'm just going to put it how it is. This is definitely a fetish. Someone wanted to write a fetish thing. I'd rather you do that for a new character. I would still not like it, but, like, I would rather see legacy characters get some form of respect for their stories, for who they are as characters, and it just evolve into, I'm now married, so now I want to take care of a child. I also married my stepsister, who is also my cousin, who I've known for a while and also lived on the same roof. And by the way, I call her dad my dad, and her dad also says that we're the two best kids he's ever raised. I'm upset. I just can't believe this is what the narrative is for Alex, and I want this to never happen again. We can retcon this. Nakayama could come out and tell us we're retconning this in this game, or the next game we'll just not have it at all. Perfectly fine. Please just talk to us, Capcom. I'm darkness at Capcom. Capcom's been major pussies when it comes to talking to us. They don't want to. They never want to. And it's fine if they don't want to sometimes. I understand not wanting to leak your costumes, not wanting to leak when your new characters come out, but you need to tell us about stuff like this, where everyone's outraged. Capcom usually is always tweeting when a new character comes out, retweeting art, retweeting cosplays and stuff. I've been seeing a lot, and I don't know if it's just how my feed is, because I'm so Ingrid-pilled, where my feed is a lot of Ingrid cosplays and Ingrid art. They're not even retweeting that before they reveal Ingrid finally. Like, they're not even doing that. They haven't retweeted any Alex art. They haven't done anything with Alex. No Alex cosplays. Nothing from Kenny Omega, I don't think. He only tweeted recently, though, so I don't know. I think they're finally seeing this backlash, because Matt McMuscle, Sajam, Broski, Maximilian Dude, some people in Japan are like, hey, this is kind of weird, like, we don't want this, and it's especially not going over well in America, and you can't make two narratives. And considering I think Alex is meant to be an American character, considering a lot of his references have always been to WWE, and also he is from America, New York City specifically, I think to please us as an audience, you would need to have to fully rewrite Alex, because this isn't the narrative to run with. This just isn't it. I don't feel satisfied in this rant, because I don't feel like like this matters, I guess, because I know Capcom doesn't like listening to the fans in some form. They really haven't been listening to us for the past few years when it comes to 6. I love this game to death. This is a game that means a lot to me. These are characters that mean a lot to me, and to see these characters become assassinated, shot out back, destroyed, for whatever reason, it doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like this is the direction I want Street Fighter to continue going. It's hurtful as a fan of these characters, I guess, to see that this is what they're gonna do with Alex, and now I have to worry, is this what's gonna also happen to Ingrid? Is she just gonna get some bullshit story that's terrible? And I talk about her godhood, I talk about how she's a code holder, because they've referenced code holders again finally, and it's like, will they care to talk about this for longer than a sentence? Will they care to talk about DD and Rook for longer than 2 sentences, a paragraph maybe? It's a worrying narrative in multiple ways that it makes me feel like Capcom doesn't, or not Capcom, whoever's writing this doesn't care about the characters in some form. I do care for these characters. They mean a lot to me. A lot of them, even if I don't like them in gameplay, they still mean something to me. I don't want to see them all become character assassinated. Like, I don't want to see the next game Ryu now is a very lively man now, all in the streets, talking to everyone. Like, I don't want that, 'cause it's not Ryu. This isn't Alex. This isn't who Alex is, and this isn't what a heel turn is. It's kind of upsetting. I don't know. Because I know Capcom won't see this. I know barely anyone will see this, and barely anyone will care to listen to my long rant about Alex, because it's been the topic of discourse this whole week, and I've been talking about it for a while because I care. I care a lot for these characters, even if I never really cared for Alex before. I think this is the most I've cared for a returning character since Ed and his story. Ingrid's not out yet. I am super excited for Ingrid, but we don't know her story yet, so I don't know. We need to see more of her gameplay and stuff. That she could either become a character I really enjoy or don't. Now I'm getting concerned that I would get really good gameplay and really cool combos and stuff at the sacrifice of a really boring story. Or a story that just completely character assassinates her, or destroys her godhood, or destroys the code holder narrative that she should have. And then instead they're gonna talk about how she's not actually God and just try to do that the whole time. We talk about some random relationship she now has that she never had before. Like, it worries me for the future of these characters if this is what we're going to be doing, and I just... Incest line's already weird enough. Oh, this whole incest thing is terrible. Like, anyone who's defending it, I think you're very weird. If this is if you care to watch step-sibling stuff, go ahead and watch it. Just don't put it in a Street Fighter, man. I care about these characters on a deeper level. I want every character to not feel like they have an unsatisfying story, and Alex does. Alex's story doesn't talk about him being a heel. Even in his own world tour, he's buddies with Abigail. He's willing to help Abigail. Have him talk with more of the male characters who he would never really talk to. Again, a perfect opportunity to get Luke and Alex talking. A perfect opportunity to get Alex and Rashid. Perfect opportunity to make Alex a dude bro, but he's a heel in the ring. They went for this plotline that feels very unsatisfying and very weird, that the whole community is against Capcom, and I am as well. I'm against this writing. This isn't writing I want to see, and I know Resident Evil fans have been afraid of Leon's marriage, and now some of them are telling me they're now even more concerned about this. I don't know, man. This isn't proper writing, I guess. This feels very lazy. Or not even lazy, this just feels weird and wrong. Like, some people are trying to say, well, you don't know a relationship like this. No, I don't. I don't want to. Because if someone married their stepsister that they held as a child... I don't know, man. Like, this has bothered me for longer than it would bother most people. And I just think it's because of my care for these characters. I love these characters a lot. I want to see them all get their story told. I want to see them all reach a proper conclusion to their story, or start up a new story like Ken has. Ken started a whole new story, or like JP have an interesting new story, or like Luke, he's meant to be the new face, and I don't know. It's just concerning that this is the narrative we're going down. That this is the story that they want to tell with Alex, and this might be the story they tell with other characters, and a lot of my changes come down to you can retextualize these scenes very easily, and just make it as simple as he's now going to be an uncle. Like, it would still be weird for him to come home to Patricia, but just say, like, she broke up with her boyfriend or something, and the relationship's complicated with her, and then say she lives with Alex, because Alex will help provide. I guess it would still be weird in some form, but I'd rather see him take an uncle figure rather than be an actual father. And I'm not saying Alex shouldn't become a father at any point in the series. If that's how they want to take Alex, that's how they want to take Alex. That's okay. I'm not against him being straight. I'm not against him being gay. I'm not against him being bi. He could be whatever. My issue is he's marrying his cousin and a girl he held as a child, and he doesn't get reprimanded for this. He doesn't get told off by anyone. Like, now we have to tell off Capcom. Like, if he was punished for his actions and both of them were in some trouble, like it actually affected Alex's career, like I still wouldn't like it, but it would still mean that he's getting punished for it. I want this whole thing to go away, really. Truthfully, I want this whole plot line to go. I want something else done with Alex. This sucks for Alex fans. This sucks for me. I'm not a big Alex fan until this game, like I said before, and it's not very fun to see. So I don't know. That's about it. I just wanted to rant about this. In short, I would like Alex to become a uncle rather than a dad of his sister cousin's child, because that's very weird. It's fine if the niece looks up to him at some point later down the story, or if they're saying like, hey Alex, you're very strong, like she'll be like you one day, like my big bro, something like that. It'd be better, but this isn't the narrative to go down. I don't want to see this continue, so that's about it. I just want to rant about Alex, and I'm not going to do this often unless something's really bad, and I'm a little upset with Alex's story still, even that I've said this all. I just care too much for these characters, and maybe I need to stop caring at some point, but hey, it's not in me to stop caring for these characters. These characters deserve the respect. All of them do, from every version, including Fang, who I hate at the bottom of my heart. I think he deserves respect as a character if he's brought back. So, all these characters deserve respect, and I believe Alex deserves respect of a better story, and a complete story rehaul, and they need to change this whole plot line they made with his sister cousin. This needs to go. We're not doing this again. Like, I don't want to see this ever again. I want Nakayama or someone to come out and finally say something. But that's about it. This is a rant, so it's going to be much less edited. This is just going to be straight from the dome, talking. And I think that's all I have to say. I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.